Hey everyone, my name is Irish94 and welcome back to some more Robot Wars Extreme Destruction. Now, in the last episode, we didn't do too badly from a tournament perspective, but there was some changes that we wanted to make. So I've made these spikes go a bit more in line now with the bot. And while checking through other things that we could amend, in the electric drives front, there are now these Dracon Blast 24 volts. Now, I think we're using Druba, but I want to put these on the bot. Although they do come with an immense cost. But the reason why is that I think they might be a bit more reliable with some level of performance or yeah, so I think because I don't know if it's maybe we see now, I don't know if we were using Druba 24s before or not, but I'm happier that the turning circle on this is a little bit less abrasive. And actually, to be fair, the bot actually runs a little bit better when it's upside down. So with that in mind, we're going to save now and we are going to move on and try and see if we can take home a few more trophies. So let's go ahead, save the game, and move on and see what we have remaining in stage number 6. We've got 10,000 foot terror, runway riot, and production destruction. We're going to go ahead. Let's start out on the runway. Runway riot, let's see what we have here. Can we use Traxel? It looks like we can. So as we get going then in this video, if you like what you see and you want to see more Robot Wars, then make sure that you hit the like button down below. Don't forget that you can of course subscribe for more content that is just like this. Our favorite bot to face off 101 is with us once again. And we are going to be seconds out now. Now, I did say in the last episode that maybe we should look at removing the flipper to give us a bit more power in just pushing, but we're going to stick it out as we are. I think we've got weight on our side a little bit now. We could have gone ahead and used like way more motors, but I think we'll be okay as we are. It's unlikely that one of one's going to flip us over as well, but we do still have a good amount of pushing power with the spikes on the back. And if you do get flipped over, then the spikes on then become the front, and then we have a lot more pushing power. Wow, absolutely shredded 101 there. And there you go, look, now we can work the other way, and now our ability to turn is improved. I just come out to play, shunt is out as well. The only thing we have to be a bit careful of is that I think our gravity is slightly affected. Jesus Christ. Holy moly, that's the only thing with this map then we have to be careful of, is that it does make us a bit more susceptible to being eliminated, but I think 101 may have just been gone by Killalot there. So that is a change we need to bear in mind then maybe in the future. If we do run this bot for longer term, we are going to need to make sure that we don't get flipped over. But we do now face off against Barabbas. 78 kilos still to our name. And I haven't really had the need or the desire to want to put wheels on the bot. I think the only thing that I've had the desire for is being able to push and pull robots around the arena. There goes Barabbas though. And out of the arena they go. Dispatched off relatively quickly. We're now going to move on to the next fight. I imagine this is going to be an Annihilator now or a melee. It's not, and it's against the Argo as well, so that's a really good pull as well for us. I think maybe we are going to switch out the flipper in the next stage. Or at least see if there's a better flipper for us. The Argo is apparently wanting beef with Kill-A-Lot, and it should have got beef with me instead. 5 seconds is all it took to get the Argo dispatched off. Let's see what we now get. Now, I think there's some level of damage being done to Weapon 1. And I'm not sure if that's because we've got the spikes over the flipper, but something that we have to maybe keep in mind. Plague now is who we get next. Seconds away. We might be able to flip Plague over, or at least get Plague a bit more tipped over. Plague, of course, with the jaws there, we have to be mindful of. Shunt out to Plague. Apparently, Plague wants to have a bit of time with Shunt. I would not recommend that to anybody. Bit of a heavy wave there. Where's Plague? Plague is by the pit, dancing around it. Plague over now to where Kill-A-Lot is. Very, very heavy waves, it would seem. Plague is behind Kill-A-Lot now. Kill-A-Lot back out to play. We have to be very mindful. Where's Plague now? Kill-A-Lot is there. Plague is at the top of the picture. Although I can't actually get a look in where Plague is because I'm spinning around too quickly. Even with the reduced batteries. But Plague is in the pit after just over a minute. And we now head into the next round. This might be the last round as well, to be fair. And it's against the edge. We've had some problems with the edge in the past. I think it's quite a heavy bot with that high scoop. But let's hope that we can just hit it and get out of there quickly. It would be a bit unfortunate if we lost at this stage. But I have got a feeling, apart from that tonight's going to be a good night, we might be doomed. Let's hope that's not the case. It's not the case. The edge has been pitted likely there by Kill-A-Lot, and that is a tournament win there. The Runway Riot trophy is now ours. That just leaves us with 1 or 2 more tournaments left to beat. And then we're looking at another stage, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go then. 32,000 credits in our possession. 10,000 foot terror and production destructions. All we have remaining in stage 6 before we move on. Draxel is the go-to bot, it would seem, in this series now that we've established that tornado-shaped chassis. It does seem to be our go-to. So can Opener, Crusher and Tractor all join us in this Annihilator first round mashup? Maybe we should have a look at see if there are any more flippers that we've unlocked now that we've beaten a few more tournaments. But yeah, you can see, look, that's our kryptonite, is if we get a triangular shaped bot, we can't actually get them over very easily. Because where if we did get flipped over, that would be better. Because we have the ability to push about. And actually the spikes have got a lower to the floor as well. Tractor, I think, has been flipped over there. Dead Metal's come out to play. Yellow card given. All the bots, though, are avoiding the pit. Which is great, I suppose. We do, though, just want to get whatever bots we can out as quickly as possible. Tractor and Crusher dancing dangerously close, A, to Kill-A-Lot, and B, the edge of the arena. Ref bot has gone into the pit. I think are we down to 3 bots? We might be down to 3. And potentially with this tournament, we might have to rip out the flipper and replace it with something else. Maybe more spikes. Maybe... Whoa, that's a good flip there. That is a great flip. pickaxe has been dropped. Tractor has lost its scoop. Still got the circular saw, but we are in very, very good... We're in a good state here. Tractor nearly over. Surely, tractor is now flipped. And we're just left with this delightful little bot here, which is dancing very close to the pit. And if I don't win this, I will be a bit heartbroken. Because there's no way a bot can look like that and survive, surely. Oh, yep, that might be it. That might be it now. Unable to self-right. There is no ref bot, but I think it's going to go to us. He hopes. There's no way the game thinks that that is... There you go, flipped over, out of play. And we march on to the next level, the next round in this tournament. Let's see who we're going to get next. Is it another Annihilator? Is it a head-to-head? Oh, no. First round melee. Thunderbird 5 and Spikerton. Thunderbird 5, I've said this before, Thunderbird 5 has got an immense amount of speed. So it can very easily push anything about. It can be flipped over though. That is the weakness. But wherever Thunderbird wants to go is where you end up going. Apparently, Thunderbird 5 wants to be out of play after 10 seconds. Leaves us with potentially just Spikerton on its own. Might put us into another Annihilator. No, it is just Spikerton. We do have the same flipper, but Spikerton is much, much heavier. And it has got that self-righting mechanism on the back as well, I think, as well. Yep, it does. But we actually can't get underneath. We are very, very closely matched, it would appear. Okay, we're still the right way around. Just need Spikerton to come over to the pit, maybe. How has it survived? How has it survived that? That is not fair. The whole plan was for it to go into the pit. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, okay, we're now we were flipped over, now we're right the way back over again. Shunt is... I'm nowhere near you, mate. Oh my god, that was close. We are in trouble zone here. Against Spikerton, we are definitely in more trouble than we have been. Dead Metal's come out to play. But Dead Metal's pushing the bots into the middle of the arena. We want them to go into the pit there. But we were flipped spectacularly. And I think we're flipped over once again, but we do now have the spikes in a better position. And now we can push. Dead Metal, I think, has just gone into the pit. We're now flipped over, flipped again. Somehow we are out. And that is, I think, a loss. Spikerton just about lived on. So I think then we're going to need to change out that flipper. It would be nice to try and come out and beat stage 6 in this episode. Let's see if we get on then with production destruction. If we beat this time round, then I will look at revising the bot and trying to beat the last tournament in this episode. So we move on to stage number 7. All right, so T-Rex and Wheelie Big Cheese are the bots that we have now. As we learned in the last episode, the pit there isn't really a pit. It's more like a vat of oil, and I think it messes up with the electronics and other bits and pieces. We've never been in that vat ourselves, nor do I think we want to. Whoa! That's us flipped. And the main gig here is to get the bot out of the arena down by where the parts get manufactured, it looks like. And we are able to, I think in the last episode, we are able to push about Killalot, which is interesting. Killalot out to play. I don't actually know why he's come out to play there again, but there we are. If we can, we do want to be pushing bots out of play, but I'm not sure how easy that's going to be. Whoa! Big Cheese has just absolutely launched us into space. And this might be a bit of a harder fight here than we're used to. Did Big Cheese go in? Oh, it did go in. Big Cheese did indeed go in in that vat. Ideally, T-Rex needs to go in there for a second dip, as does the Big Cheese. We could be going in for our first dip. Just about avoided it, but I think... I'm not sure if we're going to be on top in this fight. I Shunt got in as well in this matchup. Shunt looks a bit more shiny as well. A bit more oily, in fact. Whoa! Big flip once again from really Big Cheese. So definitely can't really get underneath really Big Cheese. But that bot is able to flip us about no problem at all. And are we stuck here? I think I might be a bit stuck. I can't get out. We are going to be at the mercy of the game then. To get us out of this round. But we did fall apparently right at the very bottom there. I don't really agree with that, but, you know, there we are. All right. No, do you know what? We are going to try. Let me get rid of the flipper, or at least see if there's a better flipper available for the bot. If there isn't, then we'll think about what we do with that flipper. Let's remove it. What can we add instead? There are lifting spikes, but I fear that will impact our ability to push. So I think we're just going to go ahead and just put down some spikes on both sides, maybe. Right. We'll try this one more time. If we come up with the same result, then we'll end the episode and we will probably get out of stage 6 in the next episode. Let's try this one more time. We want this bot, I think, to just be pushing. But let's see how we do. So we have now no active weaponry on the bot. It's just us, the ability for us to ram. That might be where maybe we need to consider adding more motors on so we can basically push anything about, but that will mean that the steering is a lot more aggressive when turning, and I'm not sure how much I want to be involved with that. Wow, we've immediately pushed over Rat Trap, I think that was. Let's get out of the way, though, of that. Whoa, yes! See, look, apparently just us going fully sending ourselves into other bots. We're, like, flipping them over just by doing this. So I think this is definitely the play, at least for now. Maybe it will change in the future. Now, if Tractor leaves that bot alone... Oh, actually, who goes out there? Hawkeye goes out, leaving Rat Trap for us in the next round there. And Rat Trap getting caught up on the barrels and the tires already. If possible, I would like Rat Trap to take a dip. Yes, go on. Take your dip. Take your dip. Thank you. Let the claw come back in. Come on, Rat Trap, take a second. Just go backwards, take a second dip. I would like to see a bot come completely to a grinding halt, if possible. Matilda's back out in play, and Rat Trap lives on just about. But it's taken a second dip, and let the claw machine come back out for its prize. It is the wrong way round as well, which is interesting. It is going to get dropped upside down. And I think that is going to be the ref bot counting. Yep. Flipped over. Actually counts down in the pit as well, which is interesting. Let's move on then to the next round. See who we're going to get now. We are getting Firestorm 3, a veteran in this tournament. We were able to dispatch a Firestorm 3 very quickly in the last episode, so let's hope we can do the same again today. We can be flipped over. That is not the problem here. Firestorm 3 actually couldn't self-right last time round, so actually that flipper there not being as effective. But obviously Firestorm 3 does have a lot of speed on its side. Kidlot out to play. We're now flipped over, but we can work both ways. Where is Firestorm 3? It can't, again, it can't self-right, it seems. Bounce it down. Bounce it down. Come on. Yes! Flipped over once again. We advance into the next round. Only our armor's having to be replaced here, which is great. It's us against Beckatron. That's a good bot to have in the late stages of this tournament. Beckatron obviously can't self-right or work both ways. We can. Beckatron heading over to where the ref bot is. Ref bot very nearly dispatching a Beckatron for us. Yeah, you can see it's getting toppled over from just these smaller touches. There it goes. There goes Beckatron. I can only apologize for the noise there, but that is going to be a countdown. The ref bot is counting. Beckatron's not moving. And there we go. Out of action. Small touches need to be done to our armor, and then we move on to the next round. Okay, us against Sharkbite. We'll see. We will see. This might be the last round as well. It'd be a shame to lose at this stage. I think we might have it in the bag. Oh, very nearly over after just that small touch. It's a similar design to Beckatron. Kidlot out to play. Kidlot after us for some reason. That's not what I signed up for. Where is Shark Bite? Shark Bite is caught up there with those tires. But it is one of those where we can, I think, maneuver Shark Bite around. Oh, we're both in the pit. Now, we can run both ways. We're actually going to see for the first time what this actually does to the bot as well. Because actually, it doesn't look... Oh. Oh. We get a red bar. Now, what does that... We were in there for a long time. On top of Shark Bite. And very nearly in for a secondary dip. And that... I don't want to get another dip, if I'm being honest. Shark Bite's not actually moving. Now, if we can get Shark Bite in... Its jaws are working. Send it back down. Yeah, it does something to the... I think it does something to the electronics or something, is what it's doing. But that is not... Shark Bite is not moving at all there. Shunt has... I think Shark Bite has got Shunt. I don't know why. Because it isn't able to actually capitalize here. And surely Shark Bite should be being counted out. Because it isn't moving. It isn't being counted out. I think that's rubbish. And now Shark Bite is in a place where I guess we're going to see if we get it eliminated by that arena drill there. The Shark Bite is not able to move. All we're going to see now is whether or not can Shark Bite survive that drill. If it can, I'll be amazed. If we get a loss here, I will be disappointed. But surely the win has to go to us. I mean, look at the damage that is being done. We did get the win against Shark Bite. That is a relief. And that is... It is a tournament win on Production Destruction. Good stuff. We only have the one tournament then left to go. Let's save the game. It's going to run a bit over this episode. But let's see if we can get this last win. It would be nice to finish off this episode having beaten stage number 6. But let's see how we get on. If we fail this, then we'll start our next episode and we'll try and get the win in 10,000 Foot Terror. But so far, having made the change to remove the flipper and put back on spikes, that's done wonders for this type of bot. In the Annihilator, we've got the Edge, Panic Attack, and the Cupratron to fend ourselves off against. The Edge, we've had problems with before. Panic Attack, we had big problems with before. And yeah, you can see, I mean, that scoop is doing the business. We've lost a spike, I think, from Traxel. But this might be where not having any active weapon is going to work against us to an extent. But we are able to be aggressive with Matilda, which is interesting. We definitely don't want the electricalness to hit us. Avoid Shunt. Go over the pit, and that's a silly maneuver from Alex. The Edge went out of play. Okay, I'm going to have to leave it there. We're going to be starting up the next episode, trying to beat stage 6. But until then, let's end it right about here. So thanks to all of you who have watched this. If you like what you saw, hit the like button down below. Don't forget you can, of course, subscribe for more content that's just like this. And I will see you next time.